Here we are with the good old Chiller7 podcast. I got the PC back, and for some reason, like all my settings were gone. Everything was like wiped. Like okay, so I wiped the PC before I sent it, but like I thought I had backed everything up, and like I sort of did, but like what I specifically wanted was to like maintain the my old setup, but no, it's all gone now. It's like I don't know if I just like hit the wrong button or what. Like I swear I backed everything up. But like yeah, I mean all the important things are fixed, but I had to like I had to spend some time like setting up OBS, and I had to spend some time. Oh, I keep saying OBS. I'm on Streamlabs. I don't know why. Like I get OBS and Streamlabs confused because I've never used OBS. I'm on Streamlabs. Like I had like to sign back into everything, like make all these adjustments, make all these changes. Like the overlay is different because I couldn't find the old one. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, how hard is it to like put the restore button? Because like I saw the backup. Okay, like I saw the backup when I fired the PC back up. I clicked on the backup. I was like, yeah, reinstall this, and then it just didn't do it. Like okay. I mean, the good news is that the PC looks great. Yeah, everything's fine. Like the problem was fixed with it. But like, I really didn't want to start fresh with a new system. I mean, it's running great. It's running better than it was when I had it last. So like maybe I needed some of the things wiped, like I needed to like wipe all traces of Steam from the system. I had to like, wipe all the problems with it away and start like focusing on the things that I actually need to have. But yeah, this is the first stream on the new PC with like the new Streamlabs stream. It's it's obnoxious. Okay, like this never should have happened. Um I am just so fed up. Like I don't know how much worse things are gonna get, honestly, because it's like I don't know. It's like I just feel lately that like I'm doing everything I want to do. I'm doing everything I'm capable of doing. I'm super happy with the books. I'm super happy with the support I've been getting. I've been super happy with my audience. Um, but it's not gonna work. Is like just the grim reality of it is that like it's not like being successful on YouTube is not gonna fix my problems. And that's been like something I've been coming to terms with for the past like several years because I've been hyper successful when it comes to the books. I've been hyper successful when it comes to like personal life. I've been hyper successful when it comes to like fitness stuff, right? Because I got myself checked out today, and they confirmed like, yeah, it's not body fat, it's muscle, man. Because I've been working out constantly for like the past several years. I'm in super good shape, super good condition. I went out and I rode my bike today. I've been riding it regularly. It's so interesting. Seeing what's been happening. Where like I am so like super successful in everything I do, and yet like it's not going to. Yeah, I'm not quite there with the books yet. For books, like I need to sell like I the books have been having this problem where like they keep getting bogged down by like the YouTube channel because of like what I did initially was that I had the YouTube and the book stuff like separate. But like I was like looking into reasons to like ways to market my books, like and I had to become successful really really quickly. So like I had to like merge like the YouTube stuff with the book stuff, and that's something that I really didn't want to do because I knew that immediately people would bombard the books with bad reviews, with weird accusations, straight up making stuff up. And we really do have to address this, honestly, is just how terminally autistic my audience actually is. Because you have guys who are like, who have been watching the streams for years, like pretending to be fans, pretending to support me, pretending to like want me to do well, pretending to be my friend. And yet the end result of it is, as I always knew it would, like they did backstab me, like every single one of them. Like, again, there's just nobody in the community that genuinely wants me to do well, that genuinely wants me to succeed, that genuinely wants me to be happy, and they'll go to like any kind. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the actually no, that's a dono. Yeah, Jules. Yeah. Thank you for the 10 jewels. I have no idea how much a jewel is. Like, I don't know how to calculate it. YouTube's fake currency. Like, yeah, fucking YouTube can't like, why are they introducing their own fake currency? It's just, that's just my mindset. Like, I don't want fake currency. Okay. I want cold hard cash. Okay. I don't want your fake YouTube buck bullshit. Okay. Like, you just know eventually you're going to have people like spending like hundreds on these jewels, hundreds on these things. Like, oh, I'm gonna support my favorite streamer. I'm gonna spend $100 and then send them jewels, and then like you send them to me, and then like I get like a buck. You just know that's what this is that it's some weird like YouTube skimming off the top like bullshit. Like I wouldn't trust it personally. I wouldn't trust it. Uh Nobody. No, 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 nobody. Not a single person. Because again, like, what have I done other than make than talk about Nintendo games? Okay. Like fundamentally, what have I done? Like, I made a video, right? Talking about like how creepy it was that people are doing certain things, and like people lambast me for it. People don't take my side. Like, people do this thing where it's like, oh no, you're oh, that was a really nasty thing to say. Like, no. No, it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. Like, and I'm very tired of people acting as if like the things I say are unreasonable or unhinged or ridiculous or like have any kind of like uh bearing at all. Like, nothing you have said to me like matters at all. Honestly, it's just my mindset. Okay, is when I see someone like Review Tech USA talking about me, like it's just so delusional and so out of pocket, right? Like, oh, Harmon Smith is gaining a lot of weight. Like, yeah, because I've been staying at home working. Okay. Like, yeah, I've been active. I've been doing things. I've been eating better, eating a lot of home cooked meals. Yeah, I gained weight, but like considering how much I've been doing, and considering like, how much like more positive my life has been in general, like, I don't understand where someone like Review Tech USA comes off with like that notion. Okay. That he would accuse me of being fat. Okay. Like, I am going to lose the weight eventually, right? Like, I'm working on it right now. I'm making plans, working out every day, but like the issue is, as it's always been, that I am working near constantly and don't have time to commit myself to any like, program, like every single time this happens. Like, I got the computer back today and I had to like, take all this time getting it ready to use it again and like, make money and be successful. Okay. Like, I didn't have time to spend like 5 hours in a gym. Okay. Like, I'll never have that much time again. Like, I'm working near constantly. I am doing things near constantly. And people don't understand this. People can't wrap their minds around it. Like, people just can't handle that. Like, well, like, he's Harmon Smith. Like, he surely can't be doing that much. And it's just completely delusional, just completely delusional, just completely out of touch with everything. They haven't been paying attention to what I'm doing now. You know, they look at all the books I write and they try to tell themselves that like, oh, it's all AI. Wrong, like wrong. That's very obvious considering, you know, you can look at the publication dates. You can see that a lot of them are written before AI. And if you actually tried to use AI, you would know that it's not capable of writing books. Okay. Like, this is embarrassing. You are embarrassing yourselves. Like, every single one of you. Like, all of you are just complete scum. Like, I just don't want to hear it anymore. Honestly. I don't want to hear it anymore. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Let's get some more water. He starts talking about. That's a lot more like me. I don't know, man. It gets really tiresome, like looking at the Nintendo community and see these people like, you know, being posers. You know, like the amount of people I've seen who have tried to call like Star Fox Zero a remake, it's just embarrassing. Okay, you're downright like your channel should be straight up delusional if you try and push that narrative. Okay, that's just completely wrong. There's no like room for debate. There's no wiggle room. Like you're just gonna have your Star Fox fan card revoked if you think that. You know, if you've looked at like Star Fox porn, like you should not be considered a Star Fox fan. Okay, you're not a Star Fox fan. You don't know anything about these games. You don't play them. You don't know anything. You're just completely delusional. I just don't understand this. Like I don't understand why people are so obsessed with being wrong, with trying to gaslight people into thinking I'm wrong. That they're trying really hard to protect their reputations and their grifts. Okay, they're trying so hard. They're trying so hard to to push this line, to push this narrative that they're going to be um that Nintendo is going to somehow fail. You know, like we're still in that phase. Like we're still in that period where like people are telling you that the Switch 2 isn't doing well. You know what I did today? You know, I woke up and I was like, you know, it's time to do some work. It's time to do some research. Like, what are people online saying about Nintendo? What's the giant cope when it comes to Star Fox right now? Because if you actually look at Star Fox, you see how popular it is. It's like top of the Amazon bestsellers charts. It's outperformed like the almighty $10 PlayStation eShop card. Okay, it's like it's a huge hit already, you know, and yet people are still seething about it. You know, I'm seeing people spurting out about it being $50. I'm seeing people saying that like Wing Commander was better. That Wing Commander was more popular. That Wing Commander like had better furries. It's like what you're saying is completely and utterly insane. Okay, nobody fucking cares about Wing Commander. Nobody likes Mark Hamill. Nobody remembers Origin Systems. Okay, Ultima was a complete and total joke. And yet you have people like trying to say that like secretly the Star Fox was influenced by Wing Commander. Like, no, nobody fucking cares about Wing Commander. Nobody remembers it. Nobody plays it today. It's finished. Okay, it's done. Uh, Nintendo Japan Barn. Yeah, yeah, that's how delusional these guys are now, right? Like that's how so that yeah, this isn't me being hyperbolic, okay? Because I imagine a lot of people are gonna look at this and like try and tell you that like, oh, Horman Smith, he's just spurting out. You have dudes who are threatening to shoot up Nintendo because they're not getting their Nintendo directs. This is not an isolated incident because we saw this happen like last year, I think, and then we had that like investors meeting when that guy showed up and started spurting out about like the male Splatoon clothing options. Like this is the reality of like these people is that like all they do is obsess over Nintendo. Like they obsessively, compulsively hate Nintendo because they have nothing else going on in their lives. They're pathetic people. Wait, why is my chat so small? That's another thing. Why is the chat so small? Like I can barely read the chat. Settings. Well, I guess I don't really care about the chat anymore. Like you guys don't have anything of value to say like ever because like every single time like everything you say is wrong, everything you do is wrong. It's just like i don't I don't understand how like a group of people can like exist that can just be wrong about everything. It just boggles the mind. I just don't get it. Like I just don't understand. Like I just don't. I just can't wrap my mind around it. Let's see. Yeah, how the hell? Why is it so small? I guess we'll have to research this. Let's see. Chat window. Right click the box. Uh huh. Gee, they couldn't have a button that you could press to like adjust things like this. Let's see. Streamlabs. It's just way too small. I don't under. Chat. Uh, uh, yeah, nobody can fucking read that. It's too small. Font size. Okay, font size. Okay. Stream output. Appearance. There we go. Yeah, I had to max it out because it was so fucking small. It was so tiny. Like fuck. Why the hell did I? That should not have been that hard to figure out. Okay, like it was so small. It was so pathetic. Like, come on. Like, what's the point of the text if nobody can fucking read it? Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so I was going off about Wing Commander. Yeah, Wing Commander isn't shit. Okay, like I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of seeing people spurg out about like Star Fox. I'm tired of seeing people freaking out over the fact that Star Fox is like still an enduring brand, unlike Wing Commander, which is completely and utterly forgotten. Just like Mark Hamill, it's just like it is just downright ridiculous. It is just downright ridiculous how desperate the community is to keep up this farce. Kit and Krista are doing their thing. They're like bitching about Star Fox being remade again. What the fuck did they do? I guess we could check. Let's see, Kit and Krista. Yeah, so this is the problem with like the Nintendo YouTube
Well,
community
we're very
is that
excited to
people
see.
will watch fucking Kit and Krista and not like an actual fan channel. It is like that's just the reality of where we're at right now. I guess we can bring it up on screen, right? Um. Okay. What the hell is this? Okay, hang on. We can shrink it a little bit. Okay. There we go. Look how easy and seamless this was. Okay. So yeah, Kid and Krista are like running their mouths. Why Nintendo keeps remaking Star Fox 64? Hey, genius. This is like the second re-release in like 30 years. Okay, like this isn't that weird. Okay, like we got like a straight up like remaster. That's the thing. 64 3D isn't even really like a remake because it doesn't really have a ton of additional content. They just remastered the visuals a little bit. Um, the Switch one is a lot more intensive. It's like a lot more of you know, straight up like remake style, like a real proper like remake. Like 3DS was like kind of a poor remaster thing. This is like more of a proper overhaul. So actually I think this remake is quite a bit better than the last one. And like I don't understand like people's inability to like move past this, honestly. That like it's just like to me it's like to me we've seen Capcom re-release like Resident Evil 4 like a bazillion times. Okay. Like, and then they did like the remake with like the 4 remake, which was shit. But like, you didn't see these people complain about that. Now, did you? Okay. Like the 3DS version was just a modern version of the game. And that's it. There was nothing weird about it. And yet, like, you have people who have straight up made this like weird fan fiction, like alternate reality that like Nintendo is obsessively porting over this game from 97 when like that just isn't true.
See a new Star Fox game announced.
Okay. Hang on. Is everything fine? Yeah, okay. I think yeah, video capture device, sure. Okay, there we go. Okay.
But we have to ask ourselves the question.
So for me, okay. So the reason I changed my mind about Star Fox, uh, the reason I changed my mind about Star Fox was because like it's not what I wanted it to see from the brand. Like I do feel like it would have been better if they just made like a completely new game. But like it does they did have to do it because like after what happened with Zero, where they made a completely new Star Fox game, like the entire industry like rallied to destroy it because it wasn't just a rehash of 64. And now the exact same people are like rallying to destroy Star Fox remake because it's a remake of 64. If that sounds ridiculous, it is, but that is unironically what these people are doing. Like, I'll be honest and say that like I would have preferred a new game, but like there's a reason they had to do it because like boomers will not let go of Star Fox 64. Like that's just the reality of it.
Well, we're very
Like, we saw this happen in the 2000s where we saw people bitching about Fox getting out of the plane with Adventures and Assault. And then, like, they started bitching that he wasn't out of the plane with Zero and Command. And now we're kind of in this, like, weird phase where they're just trying to, like, cope with this, like, massive double standard. Like, they'll complain about Star Fox, like, no matter what happens. Like, it has nothing to do with the quality of the games or the genre or anything. They're just bitching because that's what they do.
Well, we're very excited to see a new Star Fox game announced, but we have to ask ourselves the question, why does Nintendo keep remaking Star Fox 64?
They love to do it.
Why though?
They can't stop.
Why? Let's discuss.
It's true. It's like two things can be true. On one hand, the new Star Fox game does look really cool.
It does. It looks beautiful.
Seems to have a lot going for it. It seems like people are very excited for it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it is yet another remake of Star Fox 60.
Yet another. They keep having this phrase like yet another. What are you talking about? Like the last one was 3D on the 3DS, and that came out. That was like a launch window game. Or Alexa, when did Star Fox 64 3D come out? Alexa, when did Star Fox 64 3D come out?
Star Fox 64 3D was released on July 14th, 2011 in Japan.
2011! 15 fucking years ago. Like, that version of the game is older now than when that 64 was when that came out. Like again, it's not unreasonable to remake a game after that length of time, especially like this style of remake. Like again, it doesn't make any sense. It's just a giant cope. It doesn't make any sense at all.
64, it's like, wait, we've done this
Many times over.
Remakes,
Yeah.
reimaginings, whatever you want to call it. It's like, this is not our first rodeo when it comes to Star Fox 64. So why do we keep going back to this game in particular?
Yeah.
And I think
it's almost like it's one of the most beloved games of all time. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, why are we going back to this? Oh, like, bro, these are the same people who are unironically hyping up the Ocarina of Time remake, which, by the way, also had a 3D remake on 3DS. Like, they've been doing it for years. Like, they're acting like this is some, like, huge disaster. Like, this is, like, some huge thing to, like, they're really acting like this is some, like, question that needs to be answered. Like, why does
doing it for
Nintendo
years.
love Star Fox 64?
Doing it
Why
for
is
years.
this
Like
why is this game so
the
beloved?
Michael movie.
It's almost like, oops, what the fuck did I just do? Hang on. Sorry, I was spurting out so much.
Well, where
Yeah, it's almost like this is, like, the most beloved game ever made or something. Like, it's almost like this is some huge deal. It's almost like that people like the game or something. And it's like, it's such an unprecedented thing for these people who, like, don't fucking like Nintendo and never have anything nice to say about them ever. It's just,
ourselves the question, why does Nintendo keep remaking Star Fox 64?
they love to do it.
Why though? Do you
They
know
can't
why?
stop.
Why? Let's discuss.
It's true. It's like, two things can be true. On one hand, the new Star Fox game does look really cool.
It does. It
and
looks beautiful.
Seems to have a lot going for it. It seems like people are very excited for it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it is yet another remake of Star Fox 64. It's like, wait, we've done this.
Many times over.
Remakes,
Yeah.
reimaginings, whatever you want to call it. It's like, this is not our first rodeo when it comes to Star Fox 64. So why do we keep going back to this game in particular?
Yeah.
And I think it's something that we are feeling more so with this one, because it's like, gosh, it's been so long. It's been 10 years since the last Star Fox game. We've seen in that span, we have seen.
not even fucking true, because they released 2 in 2018 on the NES Super Nintendo Classic, and they also had the Starlink expansion. Like, it has not been that long since the last Star Fox game. Like, people are, like, freaking out. Like, it's been 10 years, but, like, that's really not that long of a time. Like, we had to wait 25 for a new 3D Donkey Kong. You know what I mean? Like, 8 years for a new game is like nothing.
Seen so many Nintendo franchises get reimagined, reinvented, like, Breath of the Wild being the biggest example of that.
Yeah.
It's like, when is Star Fox going to get that kind of moment where it gets reinterpreted for the future instead of always looking backwards?
0 was the step forward, you retard. 0 was what introduced, like, the gyro controls and had, like, the completely new original experience. Like, 0 is, like, the best flight sim ever made, like, by far. And people just don't understand it because it was just too hardcore for them. Like, the game was just too hard for these people. It's just
to the past.
Yeah, why does Nintendo feel like it's not worthy or it's not the right time for this big sort of reinvention? Like what happened with Breath of the Wild, also, what happened with Fire Emblem.
There's so many examples.
There's so many examples. Why do they feel like that, particularly with Star Fox? Because they have kicked this can of Star Fox 64 multiple times over. It's not just the first time. It's like the 5th time.
Yeah, and it's interesting that Star Fox does get grouped in to the, if you were listening, like, what are the big Nintendo IPs? Like, I think a lot of people would put Star Fox in there, but if you actually look at the release history of the games,
it's very spotty.
It's very inconsistent. There are a lot of big gaps. There are some games that didn't hit compared to others. It's like a very front-loaded franchise.
Yes.
So it's like, gosh, they really need to just get back on track and get focused with this series for once.
Yeah, it's true. And we both really love the series. So, of course, we want to see, it be successful and have longevity. And also, of course, we want to see like new people discover it as well, which I think is aligned with Nintendo's goals for the game also. But it's interesting that they've chosen this particular strategy over and over and over and over and over and over again versus the one that they have seen success with the Breath of the Wild example.
Holy fucking shit. They keep talking about Breath of the Wild. Yeah, just make it open world, bro. Like, don't worry about giving the game its own unique identity, and don't like try and innovate. Just make it open world, bro. Like that'll fix all your problems, bro. Like, Harmon has fans. No, you don't. No, you're not. Like, let's stop with like the pretending. No, I don't. No. Like, stop. You're not fooling anybody. Like, I don't want to like continue this farce anymore. Like that's why I'm so upset, okay? Like that's why I'm so upset at you retards. Like, you're not fooling anybody. Like, you don't care about me. You're not supporting me at all. Like, you're not really my fan. So like, you can just fuck right off. You can just fuck right off.
Taking a game and completely, reimagining it or like rebooting it in a way that's completely unexpected. They have seen success there. So it is an interesting strategy, particularly with Star Fox, that they keep coming back to this remake of Star Fox 64.
Right, so we have some ideas, we have some lessons from history that we would like to look back on. But first, let's look at exactly what we mean when we say that they have returned to the well many times. And we found some really amazing graphics on the internet that are like, oh, this is really driving the point home. So,
what? Okay, what the fuck is this stupid graph? So basically, what these retards are trying to say is that like everything is like somehow like a rehash of like 64. They're trying to say like, what are you talking about? First of all, like, we have plenty of new games in the 2000s. Okay, we got Star Fox Adventures, we got Assault, we got Command, we got Zero, all of which are new games that have nothing to do with 64. Okay. Like 3D is the one remake over this, and that was basically a port with like, remastered visuals. It's not like, I wouldn't call it like a full-on remake like the new one. So it's not even like really comparable. Like, the entire cope makes no sense. Okay, the idea that Star Fox doesn't try to innovate and that it doesn't try to do anything new is retarded. Okay, Command was a straight up strategy game. Okay, like, 2, like, it's just like 2 is 2. Like, Adventures is a Zelda. Like, again, the series has always innovated and always tried to do something else. But like, the thing every real fan has been pushing for is an expansion on the 64 formula. They can focus on doing spin-off material after they find a formula that works for standard Star Fox games. Like, the rail shooting format should be the formula. Okay, that should be what we get out of a Star Fox game. Just like, how 2D Mario is the standard for Mario, and like, Zelda has its formula. Like, Star Fox needs its established formula, and then they can do like the spin-off material. Like, that has always been what I wanted. Okay. Like, Star Fox will not succeed unless it like embraces like what made 64 great. And like, every single time they try and like do something like 64 or like Zero or even like this, like, you see people like this spurging out. I actually went back and I watched X-Play's review of Star Fox 3D, which kind of surprised me because I was just like, when the fuck was this made? Because like, X-Play hadn't been canceled yet when that game came out. Wow. But like, yeah, I watched it and they gave the game 3 out of 5 stars. One of the best games of all time. It got 3 out of 5 stars because like, whoa, it's just a remake of the N64 game. Like, that was the cope for it. Like, when 3D came out, this was like the same exact mentality. Was that like Star Fox that Star Fox was already played out, that it wasn't innovating, that it wasn't doing anything new. And keep in mind, this was like hot on the tails of like, Command, which had come out 5 years before, Assault, you got like, Adventures last decade. Like, 64 3D is exactly what the franchise needed going into Zero, the brand new Star Fox game, which was already being planned at that time. So, like, the simple fact of the matter is, like, no matter what Nintendo does, like the furry audience just like rejects Star Fox. Like they do that thing that they did with like Zelda, where they try and say that like Ocarina of Time was the greatest game ever, but like, oh, everything else fell off and it doesn't understand what makes it great. Like again, it's just people are just looking for reasons to bitch, and you can't really take them seriously when like people who don't play the games are making these allegations about the I keep running out of water. I don't. Oh, I see. You got some teaspoons. Okay. All right. Where are we? Let's see. We're still live. Okay. Excellent. 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 Okay. Okay. Wait. I keep forgetting that I'm like doing the reaction stream. Why the hell is it not refreshed? Uh. Okay. There we go. Refresh chat. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Star Fox 64 was originally released on the Nintendo 64 in 1997. That game is itself, the second Star Fox game, is seen as a reimagining of the first Star Fox game
right.
for
Fucking. It's called a fucking sequel. I don't understand why these people are so obsessed with like trying to push this idea that reimaginings are the same thing as like um it's like if you said that like Super Mario World was like a reimagining of Super Mario Bros. Like obviously not, because it's a sequel. Like they're trying to say that because like you start on Corneria and end up on Venom, it's like it's the same fucking game, and it's just not like at all. Like they're nothing alike. Like they don't even share that many bosses or even really that much in common. It's just such a gigantic cope, and it really doesn't make any sense at all. It really doesn't. Like I'm just so tired of seeing these people try and do this. Like I don't understand why.
the Super Nintendo back in 1993. So even back then, they were doing this thing of reimagining the original story
thing.
of the
Yeah.
first game. After that, there was a remake, Star Fox 64 3D for the Nintendo 3DS. That was released in 2011. We worked
on that game.
Game. After that, Star Fox Zero for the Wii U from 2016, a decade ago.
We also worked on that
This
game.
was the last original proper Star Fox game. We're not counting Starlink.
No
in here.
Starlink.
Although Starlink is cool. I do want to take a moment to give a shout out to Starlink. It's
Starlink
like,
is cool.
if you want to do something to get excited for the new Star Fox game, I would say play some Starlink.
That's right.
It's like, that's a
Yeah.
Ubisoft game.
It's pretty fun.
In the Switch version, they did add some Star Fox stuff, but like, that's kind of a good game.
Yeah, it's a really good game.
Like, don't sleep on that.
Right.
Anyways, Star Fox Zero is also a reimagining of Star Fox 64. And again, these visuals just really
They're hilarious.
drive it home how often we have been returning to very
reimagined.
similar original source material.
Yeah, the second graphic that we'll put right here that is my favorite is that the only thing that's even labeled as a video game.
Yes, we've had one video game.
We've had one video game in the Star Fox series, and that one video game is the original Star Fox on the Super Nintendo.
Wait,
So-
what? I was zoning out for a bit there, but like I got a text, but I'm just like, wait, what? What did that bitch say?
Reimagined.
Similar original source material.
Yeah, the second graphic that we'll put right here that is my favorite is that the only thing that's even labeled as a video game.
Yes, we've had one video game.
We've had one video game in the Star Fox series.
They're arguing that we've only gotten one Star Fox game? What? What kind of delusional cope is that? Like, again, this is why I don't watch Kit and Krista, because this is like the most insane, like, bullshit. Like, there are one Star Fox game. Are you serious? Like, I don't understand why people are just like, this is why I'm so upset, okay? This is why I'm mad, is that we have to deal with retards like this, okay? Kit and Krista can coast off there like, well, we worked on Nintendo Minute, like, you know, indefinitely, even though they have, like, the worst takes imaginable. They are going to argue the objectively incorrect fact that Star Fox is like, that there's only been one Star Fox game, which is like retarded. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. like even by looking at this graph that they made themselves, that doesn't make any sense. They are going to argue that the only Star Fox game we have ever gotten in the history of the franchise is the original, and everything else is like some kind of like a reheated version of it. That like, oh yeah, 64 is a remake. 64 3D is a remake, like Star Fox Zero is a remake. Like, that's obviously retarded, but like these are the people I'm competing with. These are the people that the industry will write articles about and try and claim, like, have reliable inside sources when, like, they probably didn't even work on the games, okay? They did Nintendo Minute, okay? Like, nobody likes Nintendo Minute. Nobody remembers them. Like, the only thing I remember from that period is, like, you know, people, the fan theory that, like, Kit and Krista secretly hated each other, which I still do kind of believe. Like, this is just insane. This is just, like, positively ridiculous that, like, anybody would try and argue that there's only one Star Fox game. Like, it just boggles the mind, man. Boggles the mind, man. Okay.
And that one video game is the original Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. So everything else after that has either been a reboot, a remaster, a reimagining, or a remake. However you want to slice and dice that vocabulary. It has been sort of based off of that original SNES game.
Right.
Wow. And yeah, just like how every 2D Mario has roots in the original Super Mario Bros. How, like, you know, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, even Super Metroid had you going back to Zebes. Does that make it a remake? That doesn't make any sense. No, it's a sequel. It's a video game. Like, the most important thing about it is, like, the new levels and the gameplay. Like, the idea, because it follows a similar, like, plot template, like, that doesn't make any sense. It does not.
And we're at a point now where, like, the meaning of remake versus remake, like, it's super blurred, and everybody has different interpretations of that. But, like, They're all based on this older thing, is what we are
That's right.
trying to say.
And not in a rebooty kind of way, like what the Final Fantasy VII people did.
Right.
It is.
The new one is a reboot.
Just go to the Star Fox Direct that we just watched. It is pretty one-to-one.
Yeah, it's like when they played that first scene and you saw them coming into the sky. I was like, hey, that looks a lot like
and then they
Star Fox 64.
They have that scene where they're in Corneria and they're doing
flying over the water.
It's like, okay, yeah, that's Star Fox 64.
Right.
That's not like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we're not
remake.
starting over.
We're not starting over.
No.
We're not taking the first 5 minutes and making it into like 4 hours.
No.
You know?
So again, as we were saying, like, there are a lot of Nintendo franchises that have fallen into this. Like, where if you're not Mario, if you're not Zelda, things can get a little inconsistent. Like, look at what just happened with Donkey Kong Bonanza last year, where it's like, oh, yes, we
better get going on this.
We kind of lost track of that character and that IP, and now we have a reason to start up. And this is kind of where Nintendo finds themselves again here. So like we were saying, this Star Fox, just called Star Fox, so it's hard to say. The new Star Fox game,
this is just called Star Fox.
coming next month, is the first new game in a decade.
Right.
Literally a decade.
Right.
Because 2016 was Star Fox Zero, and then before that, it was another decade.
Before Star Fox Zero.
Like going back to like Star Fox Assault or something like that. It was
GameCube,
my gosh, like there have been Bonanza last year where we're not starting over.
We're not starting over.
No.
We're not taking the first 5 minutes and making it into like 4 hours.
No.
You know?
So again, as we were saying, like, there are a lot of Nintendo franchises that have fallen into this. Like, where if you're not Mario, if you're not Zelda, things can get a little inconsistent. Like, look at what just happened with Donkey Kong Bonanza last year, where it's like, oh, yes, we
better get going on this.
We kind of lost track of that character and that IP, and now we have a reason to start up. And this is kind of where Nintendo finds themselves again here. So like we were saying,
what are you talking about? Like, they just put out Tropical Freeze in 2014, a 10-year release. What are you talking about? Like, it's... Before that, we had to wait, 15 years before we got a new Donkey Kong Country. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Donkey Kong has stayed very relevant because of his prevalence in other Nintendo properties, because of his, pre-established library of games. Like, you don't need to put out, new Nintendo games, constantly. It is my point.
Star Fox, just called Star Fox, so it's hard to say. The new Star Fox game,
this is just called Star Fox,
coming next month, is the first new game in a decade.
Right.
Literally a decade.
Right.
Because 2016 was Star Fox Zero, and then before that, it was another decade.
Before Star Fox Zero.
Like going back to like Star Fox Assault or something like that.
On
It was
GameCube,
my gosh, like there have been these big inconsistencies in the release schedule.
Right. Interesting that you bring up Donkey Kong, because of course we can't talk about Star Fox without talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, or just the Nintendo movie property.
I hope Nintendo slaps all of their employees with lifetime NDAs. I never want to see this kind of situation again. The only reason anybody pays attention to them is because of how they were on Nintendo Minute. They're more relevant now than they were on Nintendo Minute, because they can talk shit and make all these weird hyperbolic claims that don't make any sense. It's I just don't understand why anybody would
the Nintendo Entertainment properties. I mean, Donkey Kong, you could say Nintendo got kind of a kick in the pants because they opened a Donkey Kong theme park. Donkey Kong was a huge character in the first Mario movie, so it's almost like that franchise kind of got revitalized with Donkey Kong Bonanza after Donkey Kong had been in all these entertainment things. And that was sort of the motivating factor for Nintendo, whether they've confirmed that or not, but it certainly is hey, we better do something with this character if he's going to show up in all these places.
What are you talking about? No, you fucking stupid. They were planning this years in advance. What are you talking about? Bonanza was probably in development for since Odyssey ended. Okay, they were planning on making this game, in-house. They were, making this decision. You look at the moves they made, putting them in the movie, creating the theme park. This didn't happen because of the because they decided to put them in the movie. It was like a very planned strategy, like very deliberate. Like they didn't just produce Bonanza because they wanted to like put Donkey Kong in the movie. That's like retarded. That doesn't make any sense.
Similarly with Star Fox, it sort of started outside of Nintendo and from the entertainment side when, and we do know this for a fact that Illumination had the idea of putting Star Fox in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and then went to Mr. Miyamoto and the team with the idea, and they were like, "Okay, let's do it." And then it did seem like they're like, "Let's now scramble to do some kind of game part of it as well."
Right. So regardless of what happened in the past, they now have a big opportunity because we had Fox in the movie that got people really excited. A lot of people were either reintroduced to that character in that world or introduced for the very first time to that character in that world. So this is the new starting point for this, hopefully, new era of this franchise.
Right, hopefully.
One hopes.
Yeah, that's the thing that is a question mark, is since they have rebooted it so many times and they've had sort of all of these reboots kind of positioned as, this is it, this is the time we're going to really restart this franchise and start to be consistent. Like, is this actually the time? But yeah, I think that they have a big opportunity, certainly, maybe the biggest they've ever had, because Fox is so, broadly known now from the Mario movie. And it was very positively received as well. People liked that character.
It wasn't possible to downplay Fox's role in the movie. Like it's a very interesting scenario because like the movie itself, I think, was very successfully downplayed because nobody seems to have noticed it's like the second highest grossing video game movie ever now. Like everyone's doing that thing where they're trying to say it didn't do as well as the Mario movie, which the first one, which proves that it's a failure, but that's not true at all. Like what they tried to do is they tried to glaze Fox to downplay Mario, the movie itself as a whole. And it just kind of backfired on them in a big way. And this is what they're dealing with now, is that they have to deal with the Star Fox revival.
People like that character.
And I believe it's real. I believe the movie bump is real because, like, look at the numbers on the direct. Those were very high. Even, like, just for us, like, a lot of people watched our reaction, like, compared to other franchises. Like, oh, there's a lot of interest in
Fox as a character.
in this series and Fox right now.
And there are people telling, again, anecdotally, like, sharing comments, sharing their own history with the franchise and saying things like, yeah, this is my first time and it looks awesome. Like, I can't wait to try it. I've never played this game before.
Right.
So there are a lot of new people out there that are like getting exposed to the first time.
Right.
Yeah, which is why like the whole bitching about like this being a reboot makes no sense. Like it just like the 64 came out like 30 years ago. Like now it's the perfect time to reboot it. And yet like people are like trying to gaslight you into thinking this is like the fifth time this has been rebooted or something. It's just retarded. It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't hold up under any kind of scrutiny. Like it just doesn't work like at all. Hang on, is the chat active? Yep, it's doing well. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your viewership. Thank you all for your donations. Very much appreciate all the real support I get from my real fans. But anyway.
So now, again, we've had like these different eras of Star Fox, and it seems like at the start of every era, Nintendo wants to reintroduce Star Fox 64. So it really does reinforce that they see this as like, this is the quintessential Star Fox experience. Like later, we can go a lot of other places, but since we're constantly finding ourselves in this position of having to start over with a lot of new people, this is the best place for them to actually start off with the series.
I wonder why they think that, though, because they've tried so many times, and you could arguably say that a lot of the times they've tried before this most recent try with Star Fox, the new Star Fox game.
Right.
It has not worked.
Oh, what a giant cope. What a giant cope. What are you talking about? Like, the 3DS version was a bestseller, okay? It did sell over 1 million units. It did well enough to greenlight a sequel, 0. Okay, like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? 64 is, like, one of the most beloved games of all time. What are you talking about? This does not work. Like, we're seeing it work right now. Okay. What people don't seem to understand is that Star Fox, was a heavily downplayed IP throughout all the 2000s. Like, this is the reality of it, is that this was an IP that was beloved and then was like sought out and destroyed, like Rareware, like Donkey Kong, like Star Fox. Gaming journalists like created this meme that the series peaked with 64 and that like nothing would ever top it. And this is the end result of that, is that like, they're going back to 64, rebooting it, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
They've rebooted it, several times in the past, and it hasn't really gotten that like huge new audience or had the longevity that maybe they would have liked. So why?
Like the 3DS version came out in like 2012, like before the 3DS's like explosion in 2013. Like, what is she talking about? Like, again, the problem with like Star Fox 3D's release was that like I think it just had a bad release window. Like, honestly, they probably should have just like put it on the Wii or something, or like maybe just went ahead and made it a Wii U game. I don't know. Like, I just don't like. I just feel like 64 3D, like Kid Icarus Uprising kind of had the same problem, where it was like a fairly early 3DS title, and like the initial like spurging about it was because like it was seen as something that like couldn't carry the system launch, and that didn't go away until like Awakening came out, really. So like I think that's kind of the issue, is that like these games keep getting like sidelined because of like bad release schedules, right? The real reason Zero was so hated was because it was like the last ever first party Wii U title. So it's like, for me, I feel like that that really hampered its success, and it really destroyed its reputation. Like, and it's unfortunate, but it's just a matter of
do they keep returning to it versus throwing out the bathwater and starting with a brand new idea? Why do you think that is?
Yeah, it's a good point, because on the 3DS, that remake sold fine, but it did not set the world on fire and start this new era. The Wii U version, we obviously know what happened there, and maybe they could talk themselves into like, well, on the Wii U we had a lot of other issues and we experimented with this control scheme that people didn't like, but there's just something about this game. And
I really want to see them bitch about Zero, because like I know full well that these retards have been like really gung-ho about like trying to destroy Zero's reputation. Like if you're doing that thing where you're blaming the control scheme for like Zero not doing well, you're just delusional. Okay, nobody picks out a game like because of its control scheme. It's like the whole control cope had like nothing to do with it. It's just the reality of it. It's really something that like it just doesn't really exist outside of like the YouTube community, honestly. Like, it's insane to me that like they're so adamant that this like destroyed the game's like reputation.
Again, like a lot of the people who were there from the beginning are still there and they're still involved. Like, they just have this conviction that is like, no,
this is the one.
This is where it has to go. Yeah. So actually, so I want to go back to a quote. I went back and reread the Iwata Asks from Star Fox 64.
Notice how they don't talk about like meeting with the developers or having like input with the developers, because they're not actual like dev people. They don't actually like work in they were just in the Western marketing branch. Okay, they don't know these people. They don't know anything about like what went into these games. Like, they're just they're just out of touch like marketing people. Like, they don't know anything. So
3D, which is something I always like to do, because it's like, gosh, there's so much of that era that's documented really well.
Right.
And it's like, well, we've done this before. Maybe there is some insight from that we can apply to here. And guess what? There sure was.
There sure is. Let's read.
Yes. So this is a quote from Mr. Miyamoto talking to Dylan Cuthbert, who is also one of the original developers on the first Star Fox game. I told Dylan-san that if this game was not interesting, I could not make any more Star Fox games. I said, if first-time players like this game, Star Fox will be reborn. That's how much I am counting on this one game. And then Mr. Iwata chimes in, the future of Star Fox depends on the reception it receives. Okay.
Well then.
Well, there you have it.
The proof is right. Then
History repeats itself.
And that's what we need to do then. If you want to see more from this franchise, you have to.
You got to come out.
You got to come out.
Right.
You got to show up.
Right. But it's on contingent of them making this bet that like, oh, this is the game that will start off this chain reaction.
Yeah.
And up to this point, outside of the original Nintendo 64 Star Fox, it kind of hasn't happened.
Done that. Yeah, so yeah, it is curious that they already know that themselves. Like, they want this game to be the one that restarts or rebirths this franchise when, you know, again, era after era. But it hasn't worked. But they haven't, like, rethought that experiment. It's like, I'm going to run the same experiment again, over and over again until maybe a different result happens. It's a very curious strategy.
Yeah. There's also some stuff in that Iwata Asks where they do talk about how Star Fox is seen internally as this kind of technical showpiece.
That's very true.
And it's like, oh my gosh, like, and they also want to show like, gosh, like flying is this inherently cool thing. Like, let's use our technology to show how cool it can look to fly around.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I can see that. Like on the 3DS, or first we had the FX chip.
The FX
and it's like, oh, now it's in 3D. And then on the 3DS, it's like, now it's literally in stereoscopic 3D.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay.
It's just graphically beautiful.
Now we've got the Switch 2. This thing's pretty.
Like, they're not talking about the games at all. It's all just like some weird, like, marketing terminology. Like, nobody fucking cares about any of this. It's just unbelievable.
Powerful. We can remake a game and it's not going to cost us $100 million like if we made the giant, you know, Mass Effect scale Star Fox game.
It.
I mean, that's
they should do
that's
that.
what I like.
That's pretty cool.
That's what I'm here for.
But
they can actually do that. And again, like their thinking on this series has not really changed a lot. It's just like, let's make it look cool. Let's start here, and that'll be the thing that gets us going.
Yeah, yeah.
So will it happen? I don't know. It does depend on whether people buy this game. Seems like that.
Seems like a lot of people are going to buy this game.
But
the game is priced really well.
That's a huge part of it.
Again, you got a big bump
huge
from
part of it, yes.
the movie, just in terms of just awareness around Fox and the cast of Star Fox.
Right.
A lot of awareness. So it's set up really well to be very successful.
But they have to not get distracted from there. And like that's also, I think, a part of what's happened. It's like, oh yeah, we forgot about that, and 10 years later it's like, oh shoot, we have to start over. It's the same thing with Donkey Kong. It's like, okay, you made a great new reimagining of that character in that series. Like, well, what now?
Yeah,
what is
in 2 years,
what is the next move in the next 1 to 2 years to keep this going consistently? So I think that's a big theme for a lot of Nintendo franchises. Again, not called Mario and Zelda. That's like people love these things, and you have an even bigger opportunity if you can stay consistent in giving people good experiences.
It's so hard to get people back once they fall off.
With those. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there are rumors that there is another Star Fox game out there, and you know, it's a rumor, so you can take it or you can leave it. But there have been some people.
Yeah, if you talk about rumors, you're done. You're finished. Like, what a boring fucking show. Like, how boring can you get? How out of touch? Like, how delusional? Like, what a complete waste of everyone's time. Like, what the hell was that? Like, what the hell was that? Like, I'm just like, I just can't take it seriously. Like, what in the world was that bullshit, man? Oh, hang on. Okay. That's right. Yeah, I've been so busy that I completely spaced, like, doing certain things. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm so busy. I'm like working during podcasts. You know, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, I probably should just. How the hell did I do it, man? That wasn't right. Oh yeah, I don't have Discord downloaded yet. I mean, I haven't been using Discord much because you know log in with QR code. Oh, easy. Yeah, I haven't been using Discord much because you know, everybody on it is a fucking snake. But hey Siri, open Discord. Let's see. Discord mobile app. How the hell do you scan in anything? There we go. Scan. Yeah, like I cannot remember. Yeah, there've been so many things. I've had so many passwords, and I've just been like struggling to remember. There we go. Excellent. Yep. Authorize. There we go. All right, so we're on. Figured it out. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll have to remember to do that some later. With a bad take. They should not do, and they should not do. Nintendo Prime. Yeah, what has Nintendo Prime been up to? This fat fucking retard. Okay. Oh, by the way, for those who don't know, I've declared war on like the rest of the Nintendo community. So like they're all like my enemies now. Nintendo Switch 2 just had great news.
I got a bunch of stories to go over here today.
Yeah, speaking of like dudes who are like YouTubing while their kids are literally dying. They're like, what a fucking scumbag. Okay, okay. Please give me money for my kid's hospitalization. While I talk about Nintendo games. Like, come on.
So one of them dealing with some unfortunate layoffs that might be affecting a future Nintendo release, although the layoffs aren't at Nintendo. We have a handful, or I guess a few in this case, new game announcements coming to Switch 2, so it's always good to go over that. We have Nintendo finally bringing something out 3 years too late. I kid you not, I don't know why they're releasing this right now. I think it might not sell well. I guess we'll see. We got to talk about that. You're just like completely confused of what we're talking about. Don't worry, it'll make sense when we get there. Next up, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is coming out this week.
Nobody cares.
We have the review scores in for the Switch 2 version. Spoiler warning.
Who the fuck cares? I never want to hear about a third party on Switch, a third party game like ever. Okay, like I don't want to hear about Indiana Jones. Like I don't want to talk about it. Like it's a complete nothing burger of a release. Like don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. Like let it fail. Okay. Like I don't want to support devs for putting like late ports on Nintendo Switch. Okay, like Pragmata might be the last time I buy a third party game on Nintendo consoles ever. Like there's no point. Like because they're not good games. They're like a complete waste of everyone's time. I just don't like.
It's really good. No surprise. It was a really good game. They did a really good job with the port. But Nintendo did something today that took some people by surprise, including myself, and that is they're launching a new bundle for this summer to sell Switch 2 And it's actually quite a brilliant bundle. If you're someone who's been waiting, or maybe you just weren't interested in that Mario Kart World bundle, this might be the bundle that gets you in, because it is going to save you some money on one of the 3 best games available for Nintendo Switch 2. Now, before we dive...
Yeah, I love how people spurred out about the price hike, but they also went ahead and confirmed a bundle at $500. So in theory, you could get a Switch 2 right now and get the bundle and, like, you know, save money, and yet, like, nobody's talking about that. Like, it's just like you're paying $500 for a Switch 2. Like, that's the exact same price that the bundle was worth, like, last year. So it's like, I just don't understand why people are spurging out about the price point.
Even deeper, I want to remind you, we are giving away a Nintendo Switch 2. The only requirement to enter, by the way, is literally to just be subscribed to the channel. That's it. But there's other ways to enter, and additional entries you can get through the link down in the pinned comment or the description. Let's first go over the worst news of the day. Unfortunately, some layoffs happening at one of Nintendo's partner studios. We're talking about Mercury Steam, who you guys...
Mercury Steam was a partner studio. They'd be putting more games on Nintendo Switch. Like, what they should have done immediately after Samus Returns was, like, start producing games exclusively for Nintendo consoles, start porting over their backlog, like, doing everything they can to, like, you know, find a presence on this platform. Like, I don't feel sorry for them. Like, they didn't work hard. They didn't do anything. Like, it's just like, oh, well, they're having layoffs. Like, who cares? Who the fuck cares? Like,
I know best for their work on Metroid Dread. So a difficult and painful situation. Metroid Dread developer Mercury Steam suffers layoffs. So the number of staff affected wasn't specified. Mercury Steam promises to focus its efforts on handling the situation with care. Here's the full statement. We want to express our deepest respect, gratitude, and support for the people affected, whose talent, effort, and commitment have been an important part of the studio's history. If your studio or company is looking for experienced developers, feel free to contact us at that given email address there. We will do everything we can to help these professionals find new opportunities. Over the coming weeks, we will focus all of our efforts on handling this process.
yeah, how
with the
about,
utmost...
like, not laying people off? I don't know. Like, I don't want to hear about layoffs, like, ever. Like, at this point, like, layoffs need to be just, like, illegal. Like, you're not benefiting your business by, like, laying people off and laying off your, like, your creative talent. Like, it's just you're just fucking yourself over in the long run. You really are. And like, it's kind of shocking how these companies, like, really seem to think that, like, their workers don't do anything when, like, you know, they're the entire lifeblood of the company. It's like retarded. Like, again, these are guys who probably could have put together, like, new Metroid games if you just let them do it, and instead, like, no, we're gonna fuck them over. Yeah, I can see why Nintendo isn't working with them anymore if they're, like, gonna pull stunts like this. Like again, layoffs are, like, you know, it just it is something we do have to talk about, like, just eliminating outright. Like again, one of the reasons I don't want to get another job is to, like, avoid this kind of situation. Because, like, if they can just lay you off whenever, like, well, okay, but if I don't have financial security, I'm not going to work here. You know, like, that's actually a prerequisite for me now. Is that if I don't have 100% financial security, like, I'm not interested. Like, I don't want to hear it. Okay, I don't even want to consider it. You know, like, you can do more for the people who already work here. It is just kind of my mentality on it right now. So yeah, I wouldn't support Mercury Steam going forward because of this. In just my mind, it's just a complete crap.
False responsibility. And look, they basically said there's no easy way to share this kind of news. You know, it's calling it a workforce adjustment process. They don't really go on to explain a whole lot about why the decisions are made. Now, if you've been paying attention to Mercury Steam this whole time since Metroid Dread came out, you may be aware they've been embroiled in a little bit of controversy in terms of how they've been treating their staff. I'm not, like, an expert on this front, so let's just say them getting to the point of laying people off isn't really super surprising to me, but it is unfortunate, and we obviously have no idea if this impacts any future Nintendo-related projects. All right, next up we get to what I consider to be actually fun news. This is a bunch of games announced for Switch 2. First up, Wanderstop has physical media releasing for Switch 2. So that's pretty great. Publisher I am 8-bit.
Who fuck cares? Like this is like okay. This is my mindset at this point. This really does need to be said. Like, I don't want to hear about like third party games. I don't want to hear about indie slop. I don't care. Okay. Like, if there's no Nintendo first party game on the horizon, I'm just going to go outside and touch grass. Okay. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to work on my career. Like, I'm not going to sit here and obsess over mid games from developers that nobody's ever heard of. Okay. Like, you're 100 years too early to compete with Nintendo, honestly. Like, you're not worth my time. You're not worth anyone's time. Like, just stop it. You're embarrassing yourselves. Like, you are embarrassing yourself. I keep getting thirsty. Review Tech USA offering Randis now. Like, I don't know what Rich has been doing lately. I haven't been paying attention. Like, he's a nobody, right? All these guys are nobodies, honestly. Like, the reason they glaze every single little thing that comes out is because they're desperate to keep their channels relevant. Okay? Like, they're desperate for like people to pay attention to them. It's like, it's disgusting. It is downright disgusting. Okay. Am I even have my I even started a Twitter yet? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, it's like what's the point of like any of this stuff? Like, what's the point at all? Like, I just don't understand it. Mouse PI, like, people were glazing. So for like all of like so for like this entire like for the past month, people glazed like Pragmata and Mouse PI, and what happens? Tamagotchi Life outperforms it. Tamagotchi Life just destroys them both, and it's not even a game that people were paying attention to. And it's like people are legit like coping about it, like, and like they're just gonna be very shocked at how well the game does. Like it's just I'm just so tired. Um, we got to continue the Nintendo Prime video now, never again. He's like a boring motherfucker. I don't know why. Like, I was wondering why I don't like make fun of him more, and it's just like you can't really do it, honestly. There's not really like the best thing you can do with all these Nintendo YouTubers is just like ignore them and just make your own like better content. And I have been doing that, but like the issue with that is that like I've gotten so much pushback because so many people are upset that I'm like addressing the fact that Nate the Hate is a fraud, that like most of these people are grifters, and that they really need to like grow up. people like Nintendo Land. It's like I'm just so it's just people are very desperate to keep like the things the exact same as they've always been, even now that they're like their entire like ecosystem is collapsing. It's just pathetic. It's just downright pathetic. Okay. Nintendo Land is a 10-year-old. Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, excrement. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like again, this is the problem. This is the issue. Is that like um okay, we've moved past flavor of the month games and now we're kind of in like flavor of the year, honestly. Cause like it feels like Pragmata that fell off within like a couple of days. Like once people realized like how pedophile coded it was, and like after the whole like dead dad using his dead daughter to promote it thing, like people didn't like it. Okay, people thought it was like creepy and weird, and it just kind of alienated everybody other than like lolicon VTubers. Like there just isn't anybody who really looks at Pragmata and thinks it's gonna be like some like major industry defining like huge deal. Like Pragmata sucks. Okay, Pragmata is just like it's gonna be it's one of the big disappointments of the decade. Like people haven't realized this. Pragmata was announced. Okay, this is the weird double standard when it comes to gamers, right? They'll try and tell you Metroid Prime 4 was a failure, while Pragmata was a huge success when Pragmata obviously had a bigger budget, obviously had a longer dev cycle, obviously was like meant to be a major AAA game. Like Pragmata was like a huge failure. And like we're in this like period where the industry just doesn't want to admit it because like Pragmata was supposed to be like Capcom's big new IP of the decade. And yet nothing about it really stuck with anyone at all outside of like perving on the little girl. Okay, it's just like it's just disgusting. It's just like it's just downright disgusting. I don't know. I haven't made like my YouTube videos yet today. I probably should. I probably should come out with something. I probably like I don't know what I'm gonna do honestly. I just I probably should talk about the Pragmata thing. But I don't know. I guess we could like hmm. I guess I could just set up the camera and get it going while I'm live streaming. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just having like problems like justifying doing anything right now. It's just uh okay. Uh Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Time to expose Nintendo, bro. Like Nintendo Land's been exposed for years. Like that's the problem is that I didn't have to do a thing for Nintendo Land. For like Rekieta Law, I had to do like all these deep ops and like clip together things and like go after his defenders and like get people to understand who the degenerate. Like Nintendo Land, all he did was have that thumbnail like Nintendo has forgotten about Mario, and people just clown on him. Okay, like Nintendo Land is like he's like the modern day BitBlock. Honestly, like it's the same exact like personality, it's the same exact like demeanor, it's the same exact like attitude problem, right? Like they just can't be happy with anything. It's just their mentality. It's just their mentality right now. Yoshi is. I would love it if Yoshi beat TFL Pragmata. I would love that. Like Star Fox, I think definitely will, but like I would love it if Yoshi did too. Please, 100%. He should have got Switch too. Like Review Tech USA is such a nobody. It's not even really worth. I mean, okay. Here's the reality of my situation is that like I'm bigger than like all these Nintendo YouTubers. So like I have this like philosophy of like, yeah, I need to go after like bigger targets. And yet like there's just nobody that's really bigger than I am now. Like if you actually look around, like all these grifters, all these like Nintendo YouTubers, they're basically just like generic news channels and people with like who give their like stupid hot takes. Like there are no like actual real serious like Nintendo YouTube channels that are like bigger than mine at this point. Like that sounds ridiculous, but it is true. Like there's just nobody to really talk about. Like, I could talk about Review Tech USA, but he's so boring and he's so stoned out of his mind. Like it's not worth my time. It's just like the reality of it. Like I need to be like working near constantly on like, my next major my next major plan. I need my next major step forward. I need my big break. I need like, I need like I don't know. I would settle for like mental stability at this point, honestly. Uh hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I'm bigger because like I'm so much more impactful. I'm so much more influential. Like all these people seethe about me constantly, like on their live streams. They're all like freaking out about how they have to take out Harmon Smith because like, oh, he doesn't like Pragmata. Oh, he's making fun of Capcom. Again, these guys are just so stuck in their bubble that they can't handle like a Nintendo fan telling them that they aren't fans, that they're delusional, that they're out of touch with reality, that like it's just embarrassing, really. Okay. I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we can talk a little bit about the Pragmata thing. So I'm gonna set up the YouTube recording. Yeah, I think I might stick with like phone uploads for videos so we can like just kind of transition from shit. Hello everyone, this is Harmon Smith. I am live with my on my podcast Chiller7. It's been fantastic. It's been a fantastic day exposing fake Nintendo fans, exposing fake Harmon Smith fans, exposing all these individuals in this sphere who are desperately trying to like destroy Nintendo. And I've talked a lot about things that have been happening in the sphere. I've talked a lot about how like Pragmata failed. I talked a lot about how Tamagotchi Life was this huge success. I've talked a lot. I have talked a lot about how the video game industry is desperate to downplay and ignore Nintendo. They are desperate to downplay the success of the Switch 2. They are desperate to downplay the success of the upcoming Star Fox, the upcoming Yoshi game, and they are currently in the midst of downplaying the success of Tamagotchi Life. a game that has already outperformed Pokemon Pokepia, that has already outperformed Resident Evil Requiem, and is well on its way to outperforming Pragmata. Actually, it outperformed Pragmata immediately, more than doubling its sales, despite launching the same launch window. And there has been very little discussion of this fact. There's been very little discussion about like what Nintendo has been doing with this game. There's been very little discussion about how the video game industry has ignored the success of Tamagotchi Life to instead talk about this pedophile friendly AAA game. Okay, The Last of Us, but for a Japanese audience. It's like it's the same exact template. It's the same exact bullshit where like, oh yes, you're a middle-aged man protecting a little girl, and then like, the reality of the situation is that like, the actual fans are like perving on the little girl, like 4chaners are like obsessively like, lusting after her, making jokes about it before the game even comes out. It's disgusting, and it always has been. Tamagotchi Life is a huge success, has done a lot more to promote like traditional values, while Pragmata tried to be that weird, like fake wholesome, like pandering thing, like it didn't work. Okay. Like Pragmata completely and totally imploded to the point where like, a month later, nobody's even talking about it anymore. Like nobody remembers it. Nobody remembers Pragmata. Nobody talks about it. Nobody's bringing it up. Like Pragmata is a complete and total disaster. Like Pragmata is a complete and total failure. And there's just this very strong reluctance from the community to accept this very real, very clearly observable fact. Okay. Like what we're seeing now is that Pragmata has completely and totally failed, that Tamagotchi Life is superior, that Pragmata did not do a whole lot of numbers, and what few numbers it did pull came from like curious Nintendo Switch 2 owners who wanted to pick up this game that was supposed to be a PS5 exclusive, right? Like Pragmata came and went like the wind, just like Mouse PI, just like all these other games that have come out over the past year, right? Nintendo Switch 2 is dominating. And the entire cope right now is just pretending that secretly, like Pragmata was this huge success, that it was this huge hit, that it's something to look forward to, that it's going to be this big new Capcom IP going forward, and it's just not. Like we're never seeing a sequel to this shit. Like it's just never going to happen. Like you're going to be getting like endless Resident Evil sequels forever. Okay. You're not going to be seeing any new IPs. You're not going to be seeing any new creativity. You're not going to be seeing anything really. The simple fact of the matter is, Nintendo has won and like, Capcom has failed. Is just like that's just kind of my mentality on it at this point. Angry Joe talks about The Last of Us in a positive way. Yeah. Well, he's a pedophile. Angry Joe is a 40-year-old dude who goes to conventions and like fucks sluts there who want to further their Twitch careers. Okay, that's what Angry Joe is. Okay, Angry Joe is a complete and total poser. Okay, but anyway, yeah, Pragmata is like it is like one of the big epic failures of this year. And like we're kind of in this period where the general gaming public doesn't want to address it. They don't want to bring it up. They don't want to like admit it's real. They don't want to like acknowledge it. They don't want to say that like Pragmata is like a failure, because that would mean that the PS5 is a failure. Because people forget Pragmata was supposed to be a PS5 exclusive. The reason it came out on Switch 2 is because the PS5 sales are massively down and that nobody cares about it anymore. Like the PS5 is completely done. It's finished. It's over. And nobody wants to hear about it again. it's just a complete and total failure, and it's just not something I want to hear about again. It's just I very exciting to see this, honestly. It's very exciting to see like the failure of Pragmata, the failure of this game, the failure of this. But like the interesting thing about this is that the industry like tried glazing Pragmata while in reality Tamagotchi Life like lacked it. Like the reality is Tamagotchi Life, doubled the sales of Pragmata in about the same amount of time and will continue selling long after Pragmata is completely forgotten about. Tamagotchi Life is going to go on to be one of the most successful titles this year, while Pragmata fades into obscurity. Only remembered by pedophiles and pedophile enablers. That's just the simple reality of what we're seeing here uh in this community. Like that's just the reality of what we've been seeing, like what we've been experiencing, what we've been having, what we've been doing, what we've been like feeling, what's been going on in this space, in objective reality is that Pragmata has not been successful. It's not relevant, it's not popular, and yet we're supposed to believe it's like some big epic like thing, that it's some big epic like you know revitalization of like Capcom. Like Capcom's been dead since the 90s. Okay, there was no Capcom redemption arc. There was no like super secret like AAA games in production. Itsuno's left. Inafune's gone. Like Okame 2 is never going to come out. Like, what the hell do you think is going to happen? Like realistically, like what the fuck do you think is going to happen with Capcom? Like, do you think there's going to be some like magical, like just kind of resurgence in popularity? Do you think they'll have success off of Nintendo platforms? It's just not going to happen. Like that's just the reality of it, is that like Capcom is irrelevant. They can't compete with Nintendo. They got mogged by a random Nintendo game on release day, and now like everyone's coping about it. Like everybody cannot handle the fact that like Nintendo won that entire situation. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have to talk about that. Yeah, so yeah, Nintendo won. They beat Pragmata, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Yeah, we're gonna have to like manage our time better. I can't keep doing this where like I keep like live streaming and recording videos because I'm so desperate to put out more content, desperate to like to succeed because I'm so hungry for success. Like it's just like I'm a workaholic, man. Like I love being a YouTuber. I love live streaming. I love making content. I want to do it all the time, man. Like it's all I want to do. It's all I want to be. It's all that like is possible, man. It's like it's the only road forward for me. Like, okay, let's see. Tamagotchi Life. Okay. So we actually have like something else that we have to talk about. Because I wasn't sure. Let's see, publish without checks. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could like I could I wasn't sure how we were gonna approach this, but hang on, is it not recording? Shit. Wait, what? Okay, so we really need to talk about like Angry Joe's coverage of Star Fox. Like I talked about this like a while back when it happened, but I feel like nobody was really paying attention and no one really brought it up. So we are going to be like talking about this. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, the
Is
next
that
thing.
on? Is that
Okay. Oops. What the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, we have Angry Joe here with his two goons, his two lackeys who were only there because he pays them. This guy pays people to be his friends. Okay, that's how pathetic Angry Joe is. So like, I want you to keep that in mind when you like watch this fucking video and see what this retard has to say about like Star Fox on Switch. Because like this is one of those things that's been so popular that like Angry Joe can't like justify ignoring it. Because like he's made excuses for like not covering Mario stuff and not covering Zelda stuff, but like Star Fox was in the movie, so like I guess that's why he felt the need to chime in. So let's see what he has to say. Let's see what he got.
on the original Switch, or do I have to get a fucking Switch too?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Switch 2.
I imagine. So.
If you watched the trailer, he would have known. Okay, like it's exclusively a Switch 2 game. Like this isn't really debatable. But anyway,
Switch 2 only, yeah.
Motherfucker.
That's why they increased it. Goes hand in hand. It's like Star Fox, you want to play it?
Stupid.
Well, we just increased our price for the Switch 2.
Yeah, release on Switch 2, June 25th. I don't see anything for the original Switch. So
Fuck you. It's not like Star Fox is all that graphics.
have you seen how interesting the characters for Star Fox look?
Yeah, and I don't see a fucking problem with it. I think it looks gritty, and I think it looks good. Yeah, one angle, he looks a little weird, and then when you put that fucking weird-looking fox sitting on the goddamn chair that everybody... That's what really looks bad. That's when you
It's all
put them
about the
side by
mangles.
side. Funny meme.
Yeah.
But everybody wants it to look like, that cartoon is having so fun with the little cartoon characters and the little fucking cute. It's like, shut the
Yeah,
fuck
they
up.
pop onto the screen.
Why don't we
just-
do... Why don't we do a little bit more of a dark gritty, and I think it looks fine.
Yeah, so we got the reveal.
Nintendo fans are weird. They gotta look.
so like he's bitching about people like being upset at like wanting like more of the traditional designs. Okay, so he's doing that thing where he's like, oh well, it looks good because it's realistic and realism is good. Like realism is good, and it's just like, what are you talking about? Like what are you trying to say? It doesn't make any sense.
has to look really, really kiddie, or else. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I do think Falco got a major downgrade, but then I read that Falco is a pheasant and he's not a falcon.
Falco looks really fucking cool. In fact, the new design for Falco looks better, in my opinion, the best of all of them.
Because he
I
has,
had no idea. What'd you say he is?
he's a pheasant, apparently. Because he used to have a falcon beard. He used to look like a bird of
No
prey, and
way.
he was really cool, like the downward face.
No,
and then
he's a variety of falcon. What are you talking about?
According to the
Wrong.
original dude, apparently
Wrong.
Falco is a pheasant. But I don't know.
You trying
Who
to blow
knows?
my mind?
You know, these
Is it-
guys are
is it-
plebs. They don't know what
okay.
Falco is.
Yeah. Yeah, despite his name suggesting falcon, Falco Lombardi from the Star Fox series is officially considered a pheasant.
Well, isn't a pheasant a category of bird?
Well, yeah, it's a bird, but I mean,
But not an actual bird?
Yeah.
Or it is an actual bird? I thought he was a fucking falcon, too.
yeah, I thought he was a
doesn't
falcon.
even know what
But
a
yeah, he's not a
pheasant
bird
is.
of prey,
What a
and I thought he
retard.
was. So, yeah, people are mad, and I don't really care all that much, but that's like over the way that they look,
Cornerian
I'm gonna be
pheasant.
more mad about the price hike, and then this game's gonna be $80.
I'm mad on
Oh,
behalf of...
$80. So fucking retard OJ tries to be like, this is gonna cost $80, isn't it? Like, only be told that like, no, you retard, it's $50. Go back to Mexico. Like, what's he talking about? What is he talking about? Like,
Nintendo
$80.
fans, why do they keep fucking releasing the same fucking Star Fox game fucking 7 times? Why? You're a fucking coward. I want Star Fox 2. We should be on Star Fox 3 by now. We should be...
what is he talking? So okay, so like I said when I made my review, like my video bitching about this, that like the highest I've seen people like, the highest amount of remake like that I have seen people argue that there's like 3 to 6 remakes of Star Fox 64. Okay, 3 to 6. Angry Joe legit broke that fucking limiter. He's saying that there have been 7 remakes of Star Fox 64 over the years. And it's just like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? So he says that like, oh, I want a Star Fox 2. Like, Joe, we got Star Fox 2. Like, well, I want a Star Fox 3. Like that's basically 64, Joe. Like, what are you talking about?
Fucking 7 times. Why? You're a fucking coward. I want Star Fox 2. We should be on Star Fox 3 by now. We should be Star Fox goes to... Well, you're already in space.
Star Fox goes to hell.
Goes to hell.
Yes.
I want the
Gets even spacier.
You know, I'm over here loving, fighter games and Star Wars, VR experiences. We should have Star Fox VR by now, but we ain't got none of that shit because Nintendo's just like too scared to invest money in an actual new fucking thing, so they keep re-releasing.
They put a lot of money into this. Like, they obviously have. So, like...
the same thing. Oh, but there's new cutscenes this time. And there's like 1 or 2 challenge missions. Just shut the fuck up.
It looks darker and grittier.
I hate you.
It's $49.99 for digital downloads. Physical copies will be $59.99.
Yeah, the same fucking price. It's not even like a reduced price because you keep releasing the same fucking game.
Fucking price. OJ just complained about Mario Kart World being $80. So he's going to complain about the same... like. What are you talking about? So he's told that the game is $50, $60 if you buy physically. And he just brushes it off. He just ignores it. He tries to do this thing where he's like, "Oh, that doesn't matter at all." Like, what are you talking about, Joe? Like, what are you talking about?
Over and over. Sorry, I'm just really salty with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Someone asked me.
Fucking Switch, dude. Not even a new
well,
fucking
how much
game.
is it now?
They should be including that game
49.
and then having a sequel in the same package.
It's before and after. I forget the price.
The Switch 2.
Did you know that, Joe? You would think that they'd be on Star Fox 7 right now. They're not. There's like it's this. They keep making the same. There was like one that advanced it a tiny bit, but they were too scared to like go full on in.
Well, how long did it take to do a new Metroid game too? I mean, it took forever.
I thought there's tons of Metroid games. I'm assuming there's tons.
We have never had as long of a gap between Metroid releases as Star Fox releases. You know what I mean? Like, we average like one Metroid game every 5 years or so. Like, Other M, like to Federation Force was like 6 years, and then we got Samus Returns, and then we got Dread. Like, the people act like there's these huge gaps between Metroid releases, but like it's really not true.
The Metroid games.
Yeah, but it took them a long time to
not remaking the same one over. And over.
It's $4.99 is the new price, from $4.49 to $4.99.
What are you talking about? $499 for what?
2. The Switch 2 is the new price. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm not spending $500 for the same old Star Fox. Even
what are you
with
talking about, Joe? You're a millionaire video game streamer. You would make your money back just by buying a Switch 2 and then streaming this game. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it straight up does not make any sense when these people try and say that like they can't pay like $500 for like a Switch 2. Like, bro, your PC is like 10 times that. Like he got hooked up with like 3 of them. Like 3 Starforge PCs, which were about like $5,000 each, I think. So like again, he has money to buy a Switch 2. Like I don't understand like the mentality where he bitches about this. It's just
graphics. The people who want Star Fox to look like a cartoony guy, or they want him to look like the movie version of Star Fox, whatever. You're free to complain. I think he looks fine. I think he looks cool. And in fact, it's mimicking a design of something else, and I don't have the information in front of me.
The original Sonic the Hedgehog.
No,
I don't think he looks like
that's the mean thing to grab views on YouTube.
I know. I'm just mad that he's a pheasant, and he's always been a pheasant. I'm just mad that I'm now discovering that he's a fucking pheasant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. All right. That's what I got for this one.
I just saw Star Wolf. I didn't even know Wolf existed, Joe. Did you know Star Wolf existed?
What?
He's got like a rival. It's like,
he didn't know Star Wolf existed. He doesn't know the most popular character, the antagonist in the franchise. Like, Star Wolf has been in more games than like Andros has at this point. Like, he doesn't know Star Wolf.
Wolf Squad that he goes up against, and he looks fucking cool. I'm a fan of Star Wolf. not Star Fox. I want to be on that guy's team. He's got a pig, Joe.
He's got a panther and
His
chameleon.
team's way cooler.
Panther.
Yeah.
Fucking assault.
Yeah, I want to play that. I mean, he's in the game, Star Fox. I just never played Star Fox all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. This is why I wanted to make this a video. Okay. Why I needed to talk about this. Joe is saying that he's never finished a Star Fox game. He has never played a Star Fox game. He doesn't know anything about Star Fox. He doesn't know anything about Star Fox. He doesn't know anything about the brand. He doesn't know anything about the characters. And yet, he is going to complain about this being a remake. Again, for a game he's never played. Like, that doesn't make any sense, especially coming from someone who, like, glazes the Resident Evil remake so much. Like the simple fact of the matter is, I think Angry Joe just has this like weird, massive hate boner for Nintendo. And it's very, very apparent if you watch enough of these and like watch him talk about the Mario movies and watch him talk about everything. Like, it just feels like downright like malicious the way he does this. Like, it just feels like completely forced and fake. And I don't know like how many people like feel the same way, but it does come off that way to me, in that like Joe like has this like bone to pick with Nintendo. Like the serious fucking problem.
He looks cool. Man, Star Fox has so much fucking potential. Can we get a new fucking Star Fox game? Maybe when they do the Star Fox
Like this
movie.
one?
Right? Because it seems like they were really hyping up Star Fox in Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Star Fox deserves his own movie.
I feel like he deserves his movie, but I imagine that he just came from a checklist because there hadn't been a reference or a cameo in like 3 seconds. So they had to put something in there because that movie was written by someone who... Never mind.
Has the attention span of...
And I like that people are like...
Goldfish.
Yeah, that people are like, hey, this is all references and cameos, and this isn't really much of a movie.
Yeah, they're
and they're
still
finally starting to
spurting
see
out about the
light
Mario Galaxy
a little
movie.
bit.
Yeah. Insane.
I was distracted earlier in the episode looking this up because I was like, there was also Gundam Hathaway that releases in theaters, and I was like,
That's insane. And that is straight up insane. Like how desperate they are to downplay what Nintendo is doing right now. It's just embarrassing. I don't know how long they can keep this up, because like they're all in their 40s now, I think. Like they're just too old, I think, to like damage control like these kind of products, especially like if they're not doing like regular videos hating on it, like even their audience isn't gonna really like pick up on this, that they have a problem with Nintendo. And it's just, and like when it does become mainstream, they won't be able to defend themselves. Honestly, it just feels like it just feels kind of embarrassing, honestly. Yeah, I probably should end the live stream. I've been going for like 2 hours. Like I suppose I wanted to get used to like the new setup and like the new arrangement. I probably still have a lot of like PC customizing to do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream now. Honestly, I'm kind of tired, and like I haven't produced like that many high quality videos today, so I probably should get going on that too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, so yeah, Angry Joe is just like, he's a complete joke, bro. He's just a fraud. He's just a loser. Like Angry Joe is just someone that I just don't want to hear from like ever. Is just kind of my mentality now. I am very, very, very anxious to see Star Fox succeed and like see these people bitching like put in their place. We'll have to see. But yeah, I am ready to call it quits. So I'm ready for a snack. So I will see you all later.